Time in YouTube, and welcome back to our next deck analysis episode on the channel. This time around, we're doing a sort of a repeat deck for myself. I'm looking over Noivern BREAK one more time, and the reason for this is, well, I see deck analysis and TCGO battles as a brand new series, and with Noibat as my mascot, I wanted to include him in some way, shape, or form, and here he is, for the first time, being on TCGO battles and deck analysis. I'm bringing you the Noivern BREAK deck. Now, it's a brand new format for me. I had a little bit of help. I wanted to stray away from the bats. I've showcased the bats twice on the channel already. Once through the regular new Noivern Boom Burst, back before BREAK was even showcased, and then I brought it back for when BREAK showcased, and it was awesome. I loved it. But I obviously want to stray away from doing the same thing multiple times, so here we are with a new Noivern BREAK deck. Anyway, we're going to start off Noivern BREAK. First off, it's an amazing dragon card. I love this. Look at the artwork. It's astonishing. It's my favorite. He is my baby. My baby. Add a little bit of goggles to the Noivern, and I'm perfect. It has 130 HP. It is a dragon-type Pokemon with Synchro Woofer. 1 Psychic, 1 Dark, 1 Colorless, does 70 damage. But if you have the same size of hand as your opponent, you will do 80 more damage for a grand total of 150 damage. Slap a muscle band onto this thing and let the tears run dry on your opponent's face because you're able to go for one-shot knockouts on most things. Most things, not all. Next up, we are still running Shaymin-EX, 110 HP. Colorless Pokemon with the ability set up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, you can draw back up to 6 for your own hand. Sky Return is its attack, 2 colorless, 30 damage, but you can return to your hand with all of the cards attached to it. So I can replay all those extra cards if I need to. It's a good card, I like it. Our complementary attacker for Noivern is Wobbuffet. 110 HP, by Barricade. So if I'm in a bit of a pickle, I can throw Wobbuffet up. And as long as this Pokemon is active, each Pokemon in play, in hand, and in discard pile has no ability. It also has the attack Psychic Assault. 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless, 10 damage, plus 10 more for each damage counter already on the Pokemon. Now this works really well with the regular Noivern. This is the one from Furious Fist, so unfortunately it will eventually rotate out. That's why I want to get it in before that happens. It's a stage 1, 100 HP Dragon-type Pokemon, obviously, with Echolocation. This ability saves lives. I'm not even lying to you. This thing, sometimes that ability alone is the reason you win a game. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. It is so useful to have that knowledge of you have a 50-50 chance of not taking damage from an attack. It is so good. It has Boom Burst, 1 Psychic, 1 Dark Energy, 1 Colorless. This stack does 30 spread damage, so 30 to all of your opponent's Pokemon, and that's what's really nice as it pairs well with Wobbuffet, because if I go for a Boom Burst, maybe 2 of them if I haven't gotten a breakout, I can then go for a Psychic Assault, do 10 damage plus whatever damage I've already done. So that damage is scaling. And then, of course, if I need to, I can go for the break and boom, knockouts. Going into our item cards, we have a Battle Compressor. I'll be running this as long as it's in standard format. Search your deck for 3 cards and discard them. This lets us get rid of our supporters, cards we may not want to draw, maybe something I desperately need. You know, again, for the supporter line, you never know. It just gives you that little bit of balance and security of knowing your deck is running properly when you can grab whatever you need at any time. We have 1 level ball. 1 level ball for Noibat. Whether or not I want to run it, that is up to you. You don't really need to, but I thought it would be kind of cool just to have a ball designated to my little boy. My little baby. We have a Super Rod. Shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energies from your discard pile back into your deck. Unfortunately, it breaks my little heart when I know Noibat has to go to the discard pile because something bad happened to him. But at least I can bring them back, save them, and hopefully use them one more time. We have a target whistle, so we can counter our opponent's Shaymin-EXs, get a couple easy prizes. You never know, it works out. I like this card, and it seems to be a really nice tech. And if I don't need it, I can just ditch it. It's alright with that. I'm not going to worry about it. Been doing that all recording day. Anyway, town map. Turn all your prizes face up. This lets me know which prizes I need. If I need a double dragon energy, spoilers, I can get it. If I need a particular supporter, I know where it is and I can get it. I can get the particular tools I need instead of just gambling my luck away at the prizes. We have Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card from there as long as it's not another Trainer's Mail and put it into your hand. This gives us the ability to, we get a trainer card, we have that little bit of a random of hoping to get something a little bit more necessary. Versus just, oh, look, I got an Ultra Ball, or oh, look, I got a VS Seeker. No, I have that luxury of possibly getting any of those options if they're on the top of my deck. So it's a nice card to have. Speaking of which, we have Ultra Balls, 4 of them, and the VS Seekers, 4 of them as well. I don't need to go over these. I've gone over them on every deck I've had since they've come out. We have 3 Judge. We have 1 N in the deck, which I'll get to in a second. But Judge is your primary, because this will let you get both yours and your opponent's active hands to be equal. And is good for the start of the game, because it'll make you both have 6. But at the end of the game, Judge is better. That's why I'm running 3 and 1 N. At the same point, in the later game, if for whatever reason I'm losing, N is a really good card to have to stall out my opponent's hand. So if they're at 1 prize and I'm at, say, 5, I get 5 cards, they get 1. That might make the difference between winning and losing. As always, we have 1 Lysandre. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active. I'm not bored. I love my deck. I just yawn a lot, and I don't know why. Sorry about that, guys. I really do. I really hate doing that. Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7. Pretty straightforward. We have a Skyla. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This can get us a supporter for the next turn. Item cards that we need, maybe a target whistle to take something out, maybe a super rod to reclaim those casualties. You never know. It's beautiful in every way, shape, and form. One of the ideas you can do is, depending on how it works out, you can switch out a target whistle or a trainer's mail for a professor's letter, and that way you can also have Skyla search for your energies. But I don't know, Professor's Letters just seems like a card that I'm gonna just get. I usually get enough energies as it is. I don't really need it. That's just my choice. Moving on, we have 2 Wally. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, excluding an EX, and put it onto that Pokemon. We may need some acceleration for the evolutions, so that's why they're in here. We can get into Break turn 2 with that card, which is amazing. We are running 2 Fairy Garden. We need a stadium, and really there isn't a stadium for Noivern yet. With that being said though, if I have a double dragon energy on Noivern, it gives it free retreat, which is awesome. Because things are fat sometimes, and you don't want to lose those energies if you don't have to. Hold on. Oh no, they're here. We have 2 Floatstones. These are for Wobbuffets. They do not benefit from the Fairy Garden, so I needed some way to freely retreat them, and this is the option we have. Moving on, we have the Muscle Bands, as I had mentioned earlier. Now, I'm only running 2. These are for the Noivern breaks. This way we can go for that 170 damage hit and hopefully knock something out. Lastly up, for the energies, we have 4 Double Dragon energies, 3 of the Dark energies, click, and 4 of these Psychic. So that is our deck. We are going to be running it for 2 matches this week, Wednesday and Friday as per normal. And hopefully it can get some wins. If you guys missed the entire last week somehow with the Mega Altaria lineup, I highly suggest checking it out. Both games were pretty cool. If I had to pick just one though, definitely check out Wednesdays. That was amazing. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this one. I will see you on Wednesday and on Friday for the 2 battles of this deck. But until then, time out.